Today, as an Igbo man, I've supported the Igbo nation a whole lot. If I train 25,000 children, half of those children are Igbos. And I have investment in Igbo land. I believe in Igbo people. So, what you see happening is that my people, Igbos, are unique people. And that's why I want Nigerians to understand. Igbos are not bad people. Igbos prefer to be wonderful people outside than inside. And that's why whenever anybody tells me that Igbo man wants to succeed, wants to leave Nigeria, is not true. I said to the other leaders last time, I said, for as long as you see that spare part dealer in Kano still staying intact, in Katsina, in Lagos, Igbos are not going anywhere. Igbos believe in the unity of this country more than any other tribe. Because there's no village you will go without finding an Igbo man. Today, do you know of all the aspirants running for president? None of them have investment in Igbo land. Not one. Not one single Nigerian, be it from the northwest, southwest, has an investment, or even the south has any investment in the southeast. But here I'm Igbo man, I have investment all over. I don't have what issue with Ohanese. What I have issue with is the political Ohanese. And the problem we have, most of them sometimes, if an Igbo man is aspiring to be a vice president, and he thinks I want to run for president, he wouldn't like it. That's the problem we have. So I don't have a problem with that. And for you to say about Imo State, if there's something I've done in my second term, I'm sure you must have had some news, actually, social media especially those of them from Imo. There are no more than, let me tell you, our research shows there are about 39 young men who are on salary of 50,000 naira every day, every month, that creates a news like 10,000 people. And I've traced all of them, 39, and I say, may they keep making me more popular. Can I say something that might shock you, gentlemen? I'm before the camera all over the world. People are listening to me. And I make boasts again. I hate to boast. Maybe the only way I can make boasts and people will believe me is when I make boasts. Of all the government in Imo State, dead or alive, Manosumbakwe, who governed Imo and Abia, no government has gone 1/4 of my achievement in Imo State. And I challenge anybody to come and stand with me and say, listen, Rochas, you are lying. Now, let me shock you. I was the first governor to introduce free education in this country, from primary to secondary to university. I had over 2,000 projects. It sounds like a joke, but the best cargo airport in this country was built by me. The best ever court built in Imo State was built by me. The best government house was built by me. Police headquarters, prison headquarters, now International Conference Center, Exhibition Center, Government House, NUJ. If I count my projects today, State High Court, and excuse me, I have built more schools, more than all the government in the past in Imo State have built. My word of honor. I've built more hospitals, more than all the government in Imo State since inception was built. And it is there to say. I opened up Owerri. Owerri was a glorified village. And Owerri became the fastest growing city in Nigeria outside Abuja and Lagos. I was working to score myself because I know I'm going higher. So I don't think of anything. What you hear in Imo State, where I come from, that is why when people say, you are brothers, no northerner is my enemy, no southwest, they're all my friends. If I have any political enemy, it's from my home. And if I have anybody who wants to put me down, it's from my home. Now, but let me just quickly answer this. That Imo State that I left, peace reigned in Imo State for 8 years. Nightlife was every day. I created 25,000 jobs for the youth. I was the first governor in the history to make millionaires in 305 words. I made 305 billionaires in Imo State. It's there for everybody to see. But what we hear is Rocha's built statue. Listen to this. Let me explain to you today. Now, what they do not know is that Imo State is the first state in the history of Nigeria where sitting presidents of other countries flew to the state, which is not an international airport, passing Abuja to land in Imo because of my statue, tourism. Now, if you go to Imo during December, during my time, that's statue by Padvelia, visited by President Mohamed Buhari. He will bear me witness. I'm sure he's listening to me now. Vice President Sibanjo. If you see the comments, Salif Johnson, Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, many presidents came there. And it was in my ingenuity. Imo is not too rich a state. What you get in 1 year in Imo State is what Rivers, Bayelsa get in 1 month. But I have to think outside the box. That's how I want to fix Nigeria. No, I got some nice students of art, got some iron rods, and got some mortar cement. And they put a picture of the person. It looks like him. I said, come and unveil your statue. But what you don't know is that is the best center we have built in Imo State. Because it's making children have the role model. Every 3 months, I take children on a tour, school children, to teach them how to be a great person. And I had the longest bridge there. They don't talk about it, pedestrian bridge. In that bridge, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Now, good morning, when I start with the secondary school children, I say, this is your good morning. Between the age of 1 to age of 15, 18, is your good morning. It's a time that you must sacrifice and read. What have you done? Have you passed your exams? They say, okay, we've done well. Ask them, okay, let's go to the afternoon. We'll start working on the bridge until we get to the afternoon. For me now, I have passed my afternoon small. Now, I will ask you, from your morning to your afternoon, what have you achieved? That's the yardstick. So when you get to your afternoon, you should ask yourself, in my own afternoon, I started my morning with selling of oranges. In my afternoon, I became a billionaire. I said, what are you doing? Now, if you cross afternoon and you use afternoon for parties and champagne and good life, evening is waiting for you. So, when I took them to the evening, I said, here is the evening. What do you have to show for it? Say nothing. I said, you have a problem. So, if in your evening, like I'm planning my evening, if your evening is so great and you did well, the time when the sun shall set, a day in our life, this sun shall set, when the eyes can no longer open. That was the evening. I said, come to an evening, and if you have done well, you've been a leader, then you descend well. When you descend, history will still remember you by putting your statue and tell your story of your life so that others can emulate. They criticize me for bringing Zuma. And Zuma today, let me shock you. Zuma is the only president in the world, the whole world, who has never had a teacher, never been to primary school, never seen a classroom in his life, yet is a president. So what am I saying? To you that have never been to school, your life is not finished. If Zuma can make it, why can't you make it? That's the status of Zuma. Salif Johnson is the only first female president where women are being suppressed. She came up and became somebody. Every woman wants to look at Salif Johnson. I remember Tafawa Balewa for his powerful oratory. My boss, may he so rest in peace. When I watched the video of when Tafawa Balewa went to America and how he's been received, you see, it raises me up as a Nigerian. So that status pavilion is one of the best things that has happened to Imo State. Even APC uses that on their ticket. And if I wanted to sue them or collect some. So the other thing you hear is that Rocha has created Ministry for Happiness. Have you heard that one? And that's when I say these people is an act of Iberiberism. Now, let me tell you about happiness. Go to the Constitution of Nigeria. Let me tell you what they're laughing. The Constitution of Nigeria is centered to guarantee happiness of citizens. Anytime citizens are not happy, the Constitution has failed. It's essence of it. And wise nations move forward. In Nigeria, from Ministry of Works, from Dankin Dankam to Ministry of Finance, Health, no more new ministry. In fact, Ministry of Happiness is Ministry of Humanitarian Services. And what I did was, there are poor people who cannot speak for themselves, who, especially in Igbo land, where people flex money, they would take a poor child or young man and say he's a thief and lock him up. From lock him up in the police, from there he'll go to prison for 20 years, no case. Ministry of Happiness has to address the happiness of that child. For providing free legal aid counsel to support that young man so he's not jailed. That's Ministry of Happiness. Ministry of Happiness is the one I created that brought back Igbos from like Libya. Now, the Ministry of Happiness is also mother ministry to all the ministries. When a commissioner for agriculture wants to do a project, the first question will ask you, tell us how it will guarantee happiness for the people of Imo State. Now, guidance and counseling is under Ministry of Happiness. They'll say, I have not been to, I don't want to go to school. I'll sit down. Why do you want to go to school? This Aham, my son, almost did not go to school because he hated education at a point. It was a war. Today he's a Cambridge PhD, master's in engineering. If I didn't counsel him well, he has killed off. So most of our children and mothers require this ministry to guide them. But you know what it says? Ha 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 ha. Rochas, Ministry of Happiness. Because their mind is full of enjoyment. They thought it's party and disco and fora and no. My people, my people. Now, so, thank you. So that is what I mean by Ministry of Happiness. The final one is, let me remember the one they say. They say familiocracy, that was a family, and that he was my son-in-law. You know, Uche Nwosu won that election. Powers that be just say he will not be. They lied to the government and Abuja that my wife was running for Federal House. Aham was running for House of Assembly. Uche was running for governor. This one is commissioner. It's all lie. Listen, when you want to ask of me, don't ask about me from my political enemy. He will never say anything good about me. So these are the things, and look at the mess we find ourselves. But that's, by the way, it's a story for another day. The other one is membership of APC. Let me tell you what might shock you. Do you know who owns APC? We are 4 of us. President Muhammad Buhari with CPC. Asuaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu, ACS. Rochas Okorocha, APGA. Then Ogbeneon and SASDEM, and the governors, ANPP. That's how we formed this party. So, asking me if I'm a member of, if I own my house, you can only say that if you are living in your house and armed robber come with gun, what do? You have to run, oh. But that does not mean that you have left your house. My people, my people.